Well, it's a little later on the same day as I took that ride out up the road up the old A482 to see how things went, and it was going really well until we turned round and started heading for home and coming down the long descent, some of it more gradual than other bits, but generally most of it is downhill. And the problem, as before, seems to rear its head when you close the throttle off, say for a corner or whatever, and then you open up and then there's a bit of a splitter, and then you get some load on it. If it'll fire up again, it's alright until you throttle off, and then gradually it gets worse, and we lost the right hand cylinder completely before we got home. So I decided to take the plunge and just take the head off and have a look and see what's going on there, because I checked around the head nuts and they all seem to be pretty tight, so I thought, well, the only thing to do is get the head off. So here we are, and I've already spotted some interesting things actually. If we notice on the right hand piston, see how this side of the crown has been washed by oil, and there's also a shiny area, whether the camera will pick that up or not, but there's a sort of lighter coloured, quite shiny area there on the head gasket just between the pushrod tunnel, the bolt hole and the right hand cylinder. So I think there's a strong possibility that it's been sucking a bit of oil through when you throttle off downhill. Some oil's been getting past the head gasket and getting sucked in, probably just a very small amount, because after all I don't think it was noticeably losing any compression. But I'll get this head gasket off in a minute. I haven't wiped anything at all, I've just literally lifted the head off and that's how it was. But definitely there's been oil getting onto that side of that piston crown and keeping the carbon away from building up. If we look at the other one, you see it's got a pretty even sort of coating of carbon on it. Combustion chambers look pretty much the same as each other. Obviously the right hand one does look a little bit slightly more shiny, not much in it, and again this area here is the sort of, this area here rather, you can actually just faintly make out the aluminium, so that's been washed by oil as well. I'll get the inlet valve out and just check the state of the inlet valve guide, obviously, while I got the head off. But my favourite suspect is the cylinder head gasket area, and possibly whatever sealant or whatever might have been used on it. It even looks like there could be a bit of a track there. There's the corresponding shiny area that we saw on the gasket. So I reckon I might possibly, providing the inlet valve guide is okay, get away with this if I take the head gasket off, heat it up red hot, plunge it in water to re-anneal it, and coat both sides of it with well seal. I think we could be back in business, and that might be the end of the misfire. I'm hoping anyway, but we'll soon find out.